You're such an asshole.
Happy Saturday, everyone. You are not working, but I, being the self-employed are never not working. Unless we're not working, like we're sleeping until 11, which happened to be the case this morning. I did get up at 11, though, and then I stayed in bed till 11:30 and had coffee. And it's hard being self-employed, guys. It is. It's tough. It's tough. There's a right way and a wrong way to do self-employed. I know self-employed people who are miserable because they just chose the wrong profession. I'm going to open up a coffee store or a restaurant because I always want to run a restaurant. Like, not too many bright people go and open restaurants, just saying. Alright, hey Mr. Clary, big fan of your videos. I would like to remain anonymous. I'm stuck at the moment and would appreciate some advice from you since you have experience in banking. I'm 24 years old and have not graduated from college. I got in as a transfer student to the best public school in my state, but bombed my first semester and haven't gone back since. I'm currently working at Wells Fargo as a personal banker. Oh God, Wells Fargo. And personal banker, you mean teller? Because at Wells Fargo, they just give you bogus titles so they don't have to pay you as much. I mean, are you a teller? Is that what it is? Personal banker. I'd like to know what I need to do or if it's even possible at this point to move from the retail side of banking and get into a credit analyst, financial analyst, entry-level role. Not without a degree. And Wells Fargo is not going to train you. Wells Fargo does not train. Or maybe they have. Maybe they finally got their heads out of their asses in 20 years. But given all their legal troubles, I fucking doubt it. Yeah, I would get the fuck out of Wells Fargo, man. I mean, like, if you gotta put food on the table, sure. But I can't think of a worse company than Wells Fargo, just given how scummy they are. I mean, their job is to fuck over their employees, their customers, their vendors. It's just a shit. I worked there. And now I'm sure maybe things have changed in 20 years, but given the news, I highly doubt it. Sounds like things have gotten worse. But I can almost guarantee you that you're going to need a degree to become a credit analyst. You don't need a degree. I could teach you how to do credit analysis in about 2 hours. Like if you had a little bit of background in accounting, I could teach. It's not that hard. But you know, all these corporations that are corporate social responsibility are just there for the future and the generation of the kids. Oh, by the way, we need a 4-year degree, master's preferred, for you to do this shitty ass job that you could have done in the 8th grade. So yeah, I mean, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. You could be, I mean, but you're going to need a 4-year degree to get pretty much into any one of these banks. Now, I had a client not too long ago. This bank sounded cool as fuck, where they would train them. They had a banker training program, and they really didn't care that he had a degree or not. Like, okay, we'll teach you how to underwrite and analyze loans. And I was like, cool, yeah, go get that. You know, good for them. But Wells Fargo, last I checked, you got to look at Wells Fargo as the Borg. They don't have an independent, sentient mind among them. They're just a machine. It's just a big machine with a lot of cogs. So maybe headed up at the top with some scum. I currently do not have a financial analysis experience. I have a slight criminal record, and you told me what it was, and it's that's not going to have an effect on you. Don't worry. It's not even a criminal record. So far, they have not held me back from getting hired as a teller promoted to personal banker. Okay, so there is a difference. Yeah, they're not going to care about that petty shit. If I did go back, it would take me around 2 years to finish. They don't offer night classes, so I would have to quit. Why do you have to go to that school, man? Why do you have to go to the best state school? It doesn't matter where you go. It matters what you major in. Stop it with this, I have to go, it's the best state school. It doesn't matter where you go. The only time it matters where you go to college is if you're going to the Ivy League or not. And since most people don't go to the Ivy League because we're not a bunch of dick-sucking blue bloods whose mommy and daddy just shoved money up our asses and we're fucking incompetent, pretty much everybody, rank and file normies, smart normies too, we go to the state schools. It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter where you go. As long as it's accredited, it doesn't matter where you go. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. That's an old 80s flick that most of you will not get. They will let me back in if I raise my GPA to over 2.0 by taking online classes. If I did go back, it would take me around 2 years to finish. How do you not have a... Dude, are you lazy? Because all the advice in the world ain't going to help you if you're lazy. You can't even get a 2.0 in today's modern college where they have lowered the standards so low for millennials, like if you get a pulse, you get like a 1.8. I mean, how many of these professors are like, oh, you can give yourself your own grades? I mean, you can't get above a 2.0. Fuck. If I did go bad 2 years, I have to quit. They don't offer night classes, so I'd have to quit my job, which provides tuitions, assistance, or transfer again to another school so I could work full-time and go to school at the same time. Or should I just be happy with what I got and stay where I am, perhaps working my way up to branch manager one day? Okay, here, no, you should not be happy where you are. Wells Fargo is like a thrice divorced single mom with 7 kids from 8 different fathers who has herpes, gonosyphilis, and eats bonbons and is unemployed. I cannot think of I'm not joking, I can't think of a worse employer than Wells Fargo. There's just no future for people there unless you're willing to sell your life. I do mean that. You have to sell your life and just commit to Wells Fargo. And there's thousands of other people who are going to fight for those few positions. You're not going to be happy working at Wells Fargo. Nobody is. Even the successful people aren't happy. I saw them. I worked there. Like, these people go to their training and they go, oh, now I'm going to become a corporate executive. And all they know is Wells Fargo. They don't get laid. They don't go have fun. They don't eat chocolate. They take their heart and replace it with a bionic heart. They take their brain, throw it out, put in propaganda. No. Now, certainly work at Wells Fargo as long as you need to get the money in it. And there's this slight, ever so slight, minuscule chance that maybe you have the mentality and personality to work well within Wells Fargo. But, I mean, anybody who wants to achieve greatness in life or have happy, and I don't mean financial necessarily, but you just want to live a happy life, no. Don't, so banking, maybe, potentially, but just not at Wells Fargo. And perhaps working my way up to branch manager one day at, no. I mean, I personally think you should get out of banking altogether, but you want to become a branch manager at a bank that has its shit together, that isn't fucking getting sued by the feds all the time. It just, the corporate culture at Wells Fargo just is toxic. And this is before all the illegal problems they had, so I went in. On the other hand, my uncle, who is an HVAC service technician, said he is willing to get me a job in his company starting from the bottom. I would just need to get a certificate from a community college and wait 3 more years until they can hire me because of my driving record. What the hell did you do with your driving record? What would you do in my position or have the best financial future possible? Your advice is greatly appreciated. Thanks for your time. All right, dude. Here's what I would do. 3 years this, 4 years that. This is exactly why, you guys are going to hate me for it. This is exactly why I recommend you get your ass into the military. This is the typical job opportunities that are available to the millennials. Shit. Jack shit. Now, you guys voted it. You keep voting Democrat and anti-business and anti-corporation and Barack Obama and you're going to hate Trump and it's the evil, rich, white Republicans. Oh, well, you know what? They're the ones that run the fucking jobs. They're the ones that create shit. Do you want economic growth or not? In either case, please consider the military. Now, barring that, all right, what I would do, don't go to there's nothing. The problem I'm facing with you is you're either lazy or stupid, and I can't tell which. From your writing, you seem very smart. I mean, I can tell dumb people, they're horrible at writing. You're writing pretty well. Is it because you're lazy? Because if you're lazy, that's solvable. That's good news. That's something that you can change. But if you're dumb, well, it doesn't matter. You're not going to get above a 2.0. What I would do is go take an IQ test online and fucking try. Okay? Try. See where you come up. And if you're like 110 or above, well, dude, you could do almost whatever the fuck you want. Maybe not everything, but, I just got to figure out if you're dumb or if you're lazy. And you got to figure that out, too. If you find out, 110, 115, 120, all right, well, you could go to college for kind of anything you want then, dude. And what I would say is that if you're like coming in the 120, 125s or higher, I would start looking at STEM. Become a fucking engineer. Never deal with this shit again. Go computer programming. Go do go do something. Just get the fuck out of banking. Banking is one of the worst industries to be in, and Wells Fargo is the worst of the banking industry. Although there are some piddly little shitbird small community banks that are even worse. But I just hate the financial services industry because it's not meritocratic. It's conformist. It's whose dick are you going to suck? I cannot. But let's say you come in the 105Z, 115Z range, and you find, I really don't want to work too hard. Okay, well, you know what? I would go online and you can learn finance. I would say I'd recommend you major in accounting, okay? Because then you could also work in banking, but then you could become an accountant and get the fuck out of banking. You have a skill. You have a commoditized skill and trade. I recommend you major in accounting, and I want to go to this school. You know where I go? Western Governors University, Arizona State University Online. They're both online colleges, they're accredited, and they're cheaper than fuck. I think it's $6,000 a year at Western Governors. So then you could still work at Wells Fargo, you could take your classes online, you wouldn't have to go back and apply to this state school bullshit. You wouldn't have to pay an arm and a leg for tuition, you don't have to commute, you don't have to pay for parking, you don't have to pay all these fucking fees. Like MPERG or the Pergs, Ralph Nader's group, they always tack on $5, $10, $20 every quarter, and you dumb shit millennial call, yeah, I like it, okay, that's for the environment. It's not my money, it's my mom's money anyway, and Jill Stein says she's going to bail us out. Just go online, Western Governors, Arizona State University Online. Take those, they have degrees in accounting, you get your master's in accounting. Then you have your degree, cheap, convenience of your own home. You don't have to dick around with dipshit professors or parking or getting a seat or any of that fucking bullshit. And then you have a degree. Then it's accredited. Then you could apply to Wells Fargo or other banks. And, then you could go down the route of becoming a credit analyst or commercial lending analyst, commercial banker. But what if you want to go that route, I still think military or see if you're capable of STEM. That'd be a better route. Right. The HVAC, dude, you don't have fucking 3 years to dick around with that bullshit. Yeah, 3 years to me. Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck yourself. 3 years. So I leave HVAC towards the end. Nothing says you can't go to a trade school and pick up welding or something like that. But, oh, thanks, Uncle. In 3 years, you guys will consider hiring me at the bottom? So yeah, you could learn so much more. You could learn programming. And that's another route you could maybe consider is teaching yourself programming, going the IT route. And then again, you get to work from a computer. You don't have to sit in hot attics trying to pull things on the hot, sweaty Alabama summer. And what else was there? Oh, and then if you still have this affinity for banking, you think you like it, what I would do right now, start going around and looking at other banks and see if they just go in and say, do you have a training program for credit analysts? Like, do I need a degree to come in, or do you have a training program for people who've already worked in banking? We have some experience. Do you have a training program? And if they do, I'd go that route. Start applying to other banks saying, do you have a training program? Even if they don't have a job opening, just go and say, if there's I'd almost triage it like this. You know your house, wherever you live, find the closest bank. See if they have a commercial lending division. Say, hey, do you guys, now, if it's Wells Fargo or U.S. Bank or Bank of America, don't even bother. But I'm talking smaller, non-international, huge, multi-billion-dollar banks. Just go find the local piddly bank saying, do you have a commercial lending department? If they say yes, say, do you have a training program for credit analysts? And they say, we do, but we're not hiring. Then say, I would like to submit my resume because I want to become a credit analyst. But I'm not going to go to college for it. I've been working in banking. I go online, teach yourself how to read financial statements, teach yourself some accounting. Say, I know how to read financial statements, I know how to read accounting, and I'm trying to find a bank that if they have a training program, teach me how to underwrite, how to become a credit analyst their way, because every bank does it their way. And, down the road, maybe I'll get a degree, but I'm having a hard time seeing why I should go off to college when there's a training program available. Or maybe just avoid that. I don't want to go to college. That sounds bad. But that's what I would do in the meantime. But otherwise, online, Western Governors University, Arizona State University online. Check those places out if you want to major in accounting. You're not going to major in finance. That's not going to lead you anywhere. Then you're stuck in the finance world. And that fucking world sucks. Accounting can at least go work somewhere else. All right, hope that helped out. You guys got a question? Go to assholeconsulting.com. Read my books, Worthless, Bachelor Pad Economics, Curse of the High IQ, Black Man's Guide Out of Poverty, and Enjoy the Decline. All available on Amazon, paperback, Kindle, and audio. Check out the Clary Podcast on SoundCloud.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.